Thank you for joining me and giving me a moment of your time. I'm a planner. I like to plan. I enjoy knowing what lies ahead. And to some degree, it's somewhat of a downfall. I believe in planning. I believe that we should be working and be busy, but not too busy. But in our busyness, we like to plan. And when we have a busy schedule, we like to know what's going to happen and where it's going to happen. But that's always not the case. And really, to some degree, we need to plan, but we need to be open for what may lie ahead in the imminent, not just in those things that are off in the distance. And that reminds me of a passage I want to take you to. It's Psalm 119, verses 103 through 105. How sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through your precepts I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. But verse 105 is what I want to draw your attention to. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. And while I say I like to plan, this scripture, specifically 105, is probably a bit challenging for us to understand, especially the part about your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light to my path, because we are used to modern conveniences. I love modern conveniences. I like having air conditioners. I like having computers. I like having internet. I like those things. But we are conditioned by our modern inventions and conveniences that we have at our disposal. And to some degree, it can interfere with our understanding of some passages of Scripture. Now, let me explain. I walk for exercise and as a function of my daily routine, but I don't necessarily walk for travel. If I'm to leave my home right now and I'm going 2 or 3 miles away in town or to the other side of town or to my office or to the church, I go in an automobile or I ride in an automobile. And an automobile has headlights. Headlights at night illuminate the path. But they illuminate the path. It's said that the average headlight illuminates the path by 160 feet. So that means that you can see 160 feet, give or take. Some more, some less. But you can see 160 feet approximately ahead of the path that you're going. So you can see things at a distance. However, this passage, your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, Barbara Bowen put it in perspective. She was a curator and was also an expositor. She was a curator for the Bob Jones Museum and spent a lot of time among the Middle Eastern people and in the Holy Land. And she wrote about this instance, specifically to give insight to this passage. She was on a trip coming from Emmaus to Jerusalem at night. And she noticed some men walking toward them. And while they're in an automobile, she noticed them walking toward them on a path, a stony path, and they were coming toward them, coming toward their party. And as they slowed down to view, she noticed that as they walked this small, narrow, stony path, that those that were walking had small foot lamps. And some of them even had little clay pots tied around their ankles. Others were carrying lanterns or lamps, and they were swinging them out ahead. And they were swinging them out ahead to see, not off in the distance, but to see step by step. So that way, they couldn't see what lay off in the distance, but they were taking it step by step to avoid pitfalls and potholes. So they just walked, not looking many feet ahead or several miles ahead, but steps ahead. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Thus, we may not see the miles ahead or even a mile ahead metaphorically. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I do know this. I can plan. I can occupy, which means I need to work and work until He comes. But I still have to trust Him minute by minute, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. But it breaks down even closer. step by step. I don't see what lies ahead, but I take it step by step. Let His Word illuminate the path where I can see the immediate, and it takes me to the distance. I pray the Lord would bless you and keep you today, and I pray that you let His Word guide you step by step to take you in the imminent all the way to the distant. God bless you.
Have no regret giving my life to you. The things that have passed away cannot compare to the soul you saved. I will spend my life to do what pleases you. My soul shall ever sing your praise. I have no